Solve the equation 3/4 x minus 2/3 equals 1/2 x plus 1/3. I'm going to solve this equation two different ways, and then let's compare how those methods work out. My first method, I'm going to subtract 1/2 x from both sides. So 3/4 x minus 1/2 x is 1/4 x. Then it'll be minus 2/3. It's bringing that term down. Equals, and this 1/2 x is now gone, so it just equals 1/3. So next I'm going to add 2/3 to both sides in an effort to get the variable term by itself. So 1/4 x, and then negative 2/3 plus 2/3 is 0, so there's nothing else on the left. On the right, 1/3 plus 2/3 is 3/3, or we could just write 1. Probably be better. Okay, so we have 1/4 x equals 1. We're almost done. What we have to do is multiply by the multiplicative inverse on both sides. We'll do that up here. So it'll be 4/1 times 1/4 x equals 4/1 times 1. So 4/1 times 1/4, that's going to be 4/4 x equals, and 4/1 times 1, well, that's simply 4 times 1, or 4. So 4/4 x equals 4. This 4/4 is simplified to 1, so we just have 1x, or x, equals 4. So there's our solution. Now this one worked out pretty smoothly with the adding and subtracting, and the reason why is that the constant terms, or the numbers without variables, have the same denominator, and the 3/4 and the 1/2, those denominators can be easily adjusted because fourths and halves are pretty simple fractions to work with. Now I'll show you how it works out when you multiply by the lowest common denominator, which in this case is 12, 4 times 3. So we're going to have 12/1 times 3/4x, like that, minus, now we'll do the second term, 12/1 times 2/3, equals 12/1 times 1/2 x plus 12/1 times 1/3. Getting a little crowded here, but I think we can separate that. Okay, so let's simplify. 12 times 3 is 36, and then 1 times 4 is 4, and then x minus 12 times 2 is 24 over 1 times 3, which is 3, equals 12 times 1, which is 12, divided by 1 times 2, which is 2x, plus 12 times 1 over 1 times 3. Okay, now let's simplify these fractions, and if we do this correctly, all the fractions should simplify to an integer. 36 divided by 4 is 9, so we have 9x minus 24 divided by 3, which is 8, equals 12 divided by 2, which is 6, and then x, plus 12 over 3, and 12 divided by 3 is 4, so it'll be plus 4. Okay, now see what happens here. This equation now has no fractions in it. It should be very easy to solve the rest of the way. I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. And again, we're getting the variable terms on the left in this case, and we'll get the constants on the right. So 9x minus 6x is 3x, then minus 8 equals 6x minus 6x is 0, and then we'll just have the 4. Now we're going to add 8 to both sides. So 3x equals, because negative 8 plus 8 is 0, there's nothing left there, 4 plus 8, which is 12. Divided by 3. X equals 12 divided by 3, which is 4. So we got x equals 4 two different ways. And of course, you always want to check your answer. Even though I calculated this two different ways, substitute a 4 in here, and then work it out. Verify your answer is correct. And again, choose the solving method that works best for you, whether it's the first method I showed you or the second method of multiplying by the LCD.